Thanks again for joining me here again today. So it's the end of September and I'm here to share my completed pages again. So I kind of rushed on here to try and get this video done. We're having some work done to our backyard. We're having a pool put in, which is awesome. But I also don't have a lot of time when there isn't construction going on. So they kind of come and go. And I feel like they're gone for a little while now. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to get this video done before they come back and do some more work. So we'll see. I may have to cut it because it is quite loud when they're doing the work. I mean, I love it. We're getting in a pool for next summer, but at the same time, it's been a little interesting trying to get some different things done. So I'm here to share my completed pages for the month. I got a lot of pages done, so I was very happy. So I think for the most part, I've kept it in order, but we'll see. So the first book I worked out of was Little Witches, Stained Glass Color by Number, and this is by Sun Life Drawing. I did the first one, I believe, yep. The first one here. And I love how it turned out. I love the green background. And this is my first time. I have the newer one, the Mermaids one, but I was really interested in the more full background. So I thought she came out really cute, and I believed I just used Sharpies and some alcohol markers so I could get some of the different brown colors. But yeah. So this is Little Witches Stained Glass, and I'm actually going to put this aside because I'm hoping I can shoot a haul video after. The next one I have here is I got another page done in Storybook Princesses, Divas, Villainesses, and Heroes by Deborah Mueller. And I did this page here. So I believe this one is supposed to be Merida. And, this is the first time ever I'm noticing yellowing on one of my books. For like all of it. Well, that just makes me sad. So I used alcohol markers, and it seems to be her hair. Which, do you know what markers I used on her hair? I used those new shuttle art, those thin, is it shuttle art? Oh, I think it's the shuttle art, those thin alcohol markers I showed on my last haul video. I didn't think I used it on this green. Well, that makes me really sad. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. I'm sure I'll be able to cover it up, but I've used those markers in so many books over the last month, so I am going to have to go back and check a lot of them. Well, so I used those markers. I used some glitter gel pens. Some metallic gel pens. So I put some details on the little bear there and her fancy little boots. I used some white Posca to outline the lace area. Made her feathers. Some white acrylic paint for the clouds. So it didn't seem to come through on the front here, but definitely on this one here. Okay, so I'm going to put this book aside as well because I'm going to see if I can put some paper in between them. So that goes in another pile. I'm going to have so many different sort piles here at the end of it. Okay, so the next one I worked out of was Stone Mosaic, book 4, and this is by the Belba family. So I got one picture done in here. And I just kind of flipped random pages in this book. So we got the flamingo done. Super cute. Now we know I'm going to be checking all my pages here. Alcohol markers I used on it. Very fun. And the next one is Color by Colors Tender Mandalas. So I know that I've used those markers a lot in this book here. So we'll take a look. So this is the first one. So cute. not colors I would normally put together for a mandala, so I really like it. Yeah, definitely not as dark, but there is slight yellowing. Huh. And I did this one here, which I really loved. This one here is super cute. I love the colors in this. So I think, and no bleeding on this one. So I know from seeing it happen to others, it depends on the colors. So like the reds seem to do it, or in some of the browns. So I'm definitely gonna have to pay attention to it. And I believe someone had commented on that haul video wanting to know if I had yellowing. And at that time I had said that I didn't see anything because I was picking up the books and looking, but these have sat for a month. So now that a month is set in, they are there. So I'm gonna go back and find that comment and to let you know that now that I've been a month in, I have had it come out. But those are the 2 pages I did from Kira Sharsneva's Color by Colors, Tender Mandalas. I love this book. All right. Then I pulled out a Magical Artifacts Color by Number book for adults by Sachin Sachdeva. I did a lot of pages from Sachin Sachdeva, and I do normally do a lot of them each month, and I meant to tag them in Lauren's hashtag that she had going on for September. Completely forgot. So, but here, here's what I worked on. And it was so funny. This is the page I picked out to do because I just loved this Halloween, well, I thought it was Halloween, but magical items. And then right after I finished it, that's when Sachin announced his Halloween mandala coloring book. And I was like, awesome. So I really loved how this turned out. I used alcohol markers. I used some glitter gel pen, and I put some glossy accents on the potions there to make the bottles glow and my potion glow. And then I used some metallic gel pen. And yep, there be some yellowing. I'm so mad. It's the first time it's happened to me. The first time's always the hardest. But here's another one. So this is one that I'm definitely going to want to page out because I don't want to ruin these ones. So I'm going to put that in a separate pile as well. All right. The next one we have here is Chibi Horror by Jade Summer. And I've got 1 page done in this one. It's not that one. Oh, this one I call like the spooky walk. And I enjoy how it turned out. I made it like a nighttime sky and put some white Posca stars in there. I put some glossy accents on the eyes. And I highlighted out all of these little, I don't know, pond lines with a brighter green and then a neon gel pen and some glitter to make it really stand out. Made it look all oozy. We've got some glossy accents on our eyes and on the lantern. But yeah, I really liked how this one turned out. Now we got to do the check. Slightly. All right. We got to keep that book out for this month. So the next one here is the Stained Glass Egyptian Designs by Sachin Sachdeva, Color by Number. I love this book. I was so excited when I saw this one come out. Okay. We will be all right. So I did this one here, The Mummy, on September the 5th. I love the colors in this one. I love the background, and I love how it came out. It is so cute. So cute. Love the combination. And I just used my alcohol markers and the bad alcohol markers. Grr. Most of it, I think, will be able to be, I'll be able to cover it up. All right. I'm just getting my piles mixed up over here. So here's another new book. Oh, excuse me, I'm just throwing tabs around the kitchen that I picked up. It's called Princess and Cartoon Characters, Coloring Book for Adults, Dots, Lines, and Spirals. So I picked a random page and I wanted to do a lines one. So I just used a gel pen. And I love how it turned out. I believe this is Edna from The Incredibles. And I think it came out really, really good. Super easy to do. It was easy to follow the lines. And yeah, I think they did a really great job with it. So I was quite pleased with it. I've gotten some of these books before and they haven't really turned out the greatest. And there's a big variety of the options in here. Of the spirals, dots, and lines. So, yeah. So this was, and this book, who's the publisher of this one? Let's see if I can find it for you. It says Jack Evan at the bottom here. But yeah. So that's this one here. Okay. And the next book I worked out of was 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. And I got 2 pictures done in here. So I know I used those markers on this page. So this is the first page here. And yeah, we have the yellowing. So it looks to be the browns on this one. But I did the sunflower page and I tried to blend my alcohol markers on the pumpkins there. And well, on quite a bit of it, except for the sunflowers, I used my new Paul Rubens paints and colored in those gold leaves. And then for the centers of the sunflowers, I colored some of the dots in with alcohol markers. Some of them I put a glitter gel pen over top and some of them I added stickles. So I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And, yep, that's another yellowing one. If you guys have any tips, if you have some of the alcohol markers that do the yellowing on what you can do to help protect your pages, if you wouldn't mind leaving it in the comments below, I would really appreciate it. This was a page that I did actually as a buddy color with Natasha Loves to Color. I'm going to put a link to her Instagram channel below. And I love how this one turned out. So I tried to use my markers to do some blending. So let's see if I can get the lighting here. So I blended all my leaves and my apples, my little mushrooms, my acorns, and I used some gold metallic pen to do my lines. And then I took some, it was from my scrapbooking days, a Heidi Swapp glitter spray. And I shook it up and I opened up the bottle and I took it and just dabbed the wand over to drop some of the gold sparkles all over the page. And I really like how it turned out. I was really, really happy with this one. And a little bit of yellowing there, but that should be okay. Okay, so that was my 2 pages from 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. All right, the next one, I did a page out of my mini Pusheen coloring book. So I have 2 pages marked, but I only did 1 page, and I have a page marked that I'd like to try to do this month. So I got this little autumn mandala done here of the little kitty. And I just used my glitter gel pens to go over some of the leaves there. And it was really quick, simple, but very cute, I thought. And there. And there's my little cat. And then, yeah, I wanted to try to do this Halloween one this month. So that's one we got to put aside as well. Okay, and then I did a page out of Les Grandes Classiques, Tome 2, and I just did 1 page out of here. So I picked to do the rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, and I thought it would be appropriate with the big pumpkins in the back. I didn't pick necessarily, I think, the right color. I think this red here should have been more of a deeper orange than what it came out as. So the shading looks a bit off, but I don't think it looks too terrible. I just used my Crayola Super Tips for this book, and I was really happy. I mean, when you work with them, you're gonna have the lines and the streak lines, But on this particular page, I think they turned out really well. Like my lines seem to be pretty uniform. So I think the page looks good. The only thing I have to say is I used my Crayola Super Tips to do the black outlining, and I did that first. So I had a lot of like bleeding of the color, especially when using the lighter ones in my areas with like the yellow and stuff. So I'm not sure if next time maybe I'll try to do the coloring first and then work on the black outline. But I was really happy with it. Yeah. So this is Les Grandes Classiques, Tome 2. Once again, I have another, I had another page here marked as a possibility to do for this season, but I found another one for October. So I'm actually gonna remove this tag. So that's my page from there. The next one I worked out of Cute Witches, and I did, first off, I did this lovely little page here. I did this as a celebration for like, homage? Maybe that's a better word to use, of kids returning to school and my girls going back to school. So I just used alcohol markers. I used some fine liners and some gel pens for a little bit of the details. And I put some glossy accents on my little fishbowl here and her eyes to make her eyes shine. And I really, really love this page. I was really happy with how it turned out. Yellowing. I'm never gonna get over that. And then I did this page as another buddy color with Natasha Loves to Color. And once again, I will have her page linked below. No yellowing on this one. And once again, alcohol markers. I used those a lot this month. And I used some of my glitter gel pens to put some accents on there. And I used my white Posca to highlight all the little skulls on the page. And some fine liners and some metallic gel pens. So I thought she was super, super adorable. And I was happy to get 2 pages done out of this book this month. So this is the Grayscale Coloring Book, Cute Witches by Jade Summer. Told you, there was a lot of pages this month. I worked out of Color by Colors Autumn by Kira Sharshneva. And I got 2 pages done. I love this book. I've got the scene here. So bright and colorful. A nice little house with some trees. And then I decided to do, oh, I didn't check. Yep, we're good. And then I decided to do this little bird page here, because it was still at the beginning of September. So I want it somewhat fallish, but you're still kind of warm. It's still kind of summery. So, yeah. I really liked this one. And I think this page is going to be good too. So that was my 2 pages from Colors by Colors Autumn by Kira Sharshneva. Here's another new book I picked up, and I can't believe I didn't have it. And once I started coloring in it, oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't have it sooner. I absolutely love this book, and I loved working in it. It is the 50 Diamond Mandalas, Color by Number by Sachin Sachdeva. And I did 2 pages in here. So I did this one here, and I just love the color combinations. They're so bright. And all I added to it was a little bit of glitter gel pen in the pink circle here. And then some of my white Posca, I added a little bit of detail. And I put a little bit of glitter in the middle. And I love it. They're so awesome. Oh, yeah. And this one, I've got the yellowing. And I remember at the beginning, I forgot to put a blotter sheet. So, yeah. But that should be fine, because all of it seems to be centered in here. And I think all of the colors that it was over, I think I checked it after I did it. And I think it's going to be covered up anyways. So, yep, these things happen. And this was the other one that I did. And I didn't use any glitter gel pen on this one, just the white Posca. And once again, I really love the colors. I love the yellow in the background. I think it makes everything pop out quite a bit. And I'm really, really happy with it. So that's this one here. So this was the 50 Diamond Mandalas, color by number by Sachin Sachdeva. All right. I got a page done from this book here, which is Rita Bermans. I think it's walks through all of the seasons. And I picked this one here of the pumpkins. And, whoa, my shadows are like terrible here today. I'm sorry about that. I used my ink 10s for the pumpkin bases, and I used, for the stems, I used my Black Widows. I'm actually going to try to close one of the blinds here to get some of the shadows gone. Let's see, does that help? Maybe a little bit. And I used my Black Widow pencil crowns for the green stems. I used my Paul Rubin paints to add some of the shimmer to the pumpkins. And in some of them I used metallic gel pens, like there. And I just kind of did all the accents on the pumpkins, like really rough, rustic looking. And in the background, I used my Distress inks, 2 different colors, and I meshed them together. And then for the paint splatters on here, I actually took my paintbrush and some of the wet watercolor paint, and I just banged it off of another pencil and got little splatters all over. And I am really, really happy with it. And the bleed through is there, but it's minimal. So I was happy with how it turned out. And that is my pumpkin pages. All right. I'm actually gonna put you on hold. I'm gonna fix my lighting situation and we will be right back. Okay, so hopefully that's a little bit better. So the next page I worked on was a page from Mistys Mystery Mosaics, Unicorns and Mermaids. And this is from the Belba family. And this is the 3x3mm squares. And I got this page here done. And I just used my new Ohuhu water brush markers for this. It took me a really long time to complete this page. But I'm happy with how it turned out and the colors. This is very cute. The next one, we can't have a month without a Mosaic Art Pattern from Sachin Sachdeva. This is another color by number 3x3mm square. This is my favorite one that I have done so far. Check out these little bees. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. For this one here, I used, I believe, some of my Sharpies and some of those Ohuhu water brush markers as well. Yeah. And it's one of my favorite pages that I've done out of this book. I just love this book so much. I think I like this one because the background is such a different color compared to a lot of the other pages in here. It just seems so unique. So yeah, I had a lot of fun on this one. So that was my page from Mosaic Art Patterns. Oops. Then I got a page done from Stained Glass Tiffany Windows, Sachin Sachdeva, color by number. And we did the poppies. And I like how this one came out as well. Pretty colors. No bleeding on this one, but I mean, I used alcohol markers, but I'm not 100% which ones. So we got that page done. Then I did a page out of 50 Safari Miniatures by Camellia Angel Kova. And yes, I have yellowing on this one too. And I did the little giraffe with monkeys. And I love this one. Giraffes are my thing. I collect giraffes. They've always been my favorite animal. So I definitely wanted to get this book as soon as I saw it. And I definitely needed to do a giraffe page. The only thing I wasn't happy with is my marker choices from my monkey ears. My lighting's not the greatest. So you can't see it as bright as I can, are almost fluorescent. So I wasn't happy with that. And we do have some yellowing here as well. Makes me so sad. But yeah, that's my little giraffe. And I just love that there's a giraffe on the cover. Ah, okay, I'll let it go. So that's the 50 Safari miniatures. I got a page done out of Kawaii Girls Grayscale by Jade Summer. And this is the 4 books in one. And I did this one here. And I really like how she turned out. I chose to do her all in like purple colors. Put a nighttime sky with some stars. I put some glossy accents. Let's see if I can get it. A little bit on her earrings and across the lantern. I used some glitter gel pens for some of the details, like on her dress there and on the candle flames and stars. But I'm really happy with her yellowing. Your first time is always going to be the hardest. I really liked those markers too because they were so nice and thin. I could get into a whole lot more details on my pages. Color by Colors Tetris by Kira Sharsneva. I got one page done. And it's this page here. Now, I think it's mushrooms in a basket, and that's the forest in the background. But I'm actually not 100% sure. This is the first one that I've done in here where I don't really know what's going on. I'm pretty confident because I think that's mushroom and these 3 here are mushrooms. And then my best guess is these are trees in the background and this is a field. And that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. So that's this page done from Color by Colors Tetris. The next one was a page from Mandalas for Relaxation and Meditation by Camellia Angelkova. And I got one mandala done. And I will have yellowing because I used those red markers. I did this page here. So I picked out 3 random colors and I got a red, an orange, a blue. And then I picked out 2 coordinating glitter gel pens. And this is how it turned out. And I thought it was awesome because it was kind of autumnal colors and completely fitting for this time. They're definitely not colors I would have picked out on my own. And that's what I'm going to try to do for this whole book, and I've done so far, is just pick out those random colors because a lot of these combinations I never would have done. And I think that'll be really fun to have a book at the end that's going to be really unique, right? So that is that page. I went back to my color by number 70 plus cartoon characters, and I believe this is by, is it Jennifer? Who's this one by? Bright Ideas? Jennifer Rowling? Jennifer Rowling, publisher, Bright Ideas paper. And where are we? Where's my tab? Oh, I did this one here. And once again, I'm completely off in my colors. So I do have to say, I knew it was going to be flounder, but it was calling for the fish to be lime green. And I just couldn't because flounder's yellow. But I think the yellow that I ended up picking out was too bright. And then the black marker I was using was going all splotchy, and my blues ended up drying too close to the same color. It was just a fail as far as I'm concerned. And I just kind of gave up and finished it quickly just to get it done. But yeah, so there's my page out of this book, which is Color by Number 70 plus cartoon characters. So I got my pages done from my Carrier Mysteries coloring book by Hatchet Heroes. And in this book here, I've been just going in order using my Crayola Super Tips and doing the talking too much. Doing the X method. So the first one here I did is Pocahontas. and I'm happy with how she turned out. And we have Piglet and Tigger, and I'm really happy with how this came out as well. And I did change up the colors in this one for the first time. So these two colors, which are supposed to be his snout and his facial part and his ear, called for the green colors. Won't help if I'm in frame. And I changed it to beige. So I'm going to show the answer key. So it was supposed to be like this, and I turned it a little bit darker. But I'm happy with how it turned out. I just couldn't do it that green color. It just didn't seem right to me. But Rue, I think I used a little bit too dark of a brown. Like you can't even see its facial features really. But I'm okay with it. And that, let's mark my pages for this month. That's 2 more pages done from here. Okay. Got a page done for Mystery Mosaics, color by number from Mindware. And I've got a page marked here because there's a Halloween like page in this book. So I want to do that one this month. But I got this one done, which is the little monster. And I used the Ohuhu watercolor or water-based markers for this one. And I love it. Very, very cute. I think he's super bright and fun. He definitely looks like a fun little monster to play with. But yeah. So there's another one from here. We're getting there. We're almost done. I did a few pages here out of 50 Halloween mandalas, colored by number by such and such Deva, because I was hooked. This is the first one I did here. Some of these pages, I'm not 100% which ones. I did follow, for the most part, I believe, the colors, but in some of them I did do my own thing, which is fine. It's my book. I used some white Posca for some details, and I used some glossy accents for the eyes in this one. And I think this is such a fun book. His mandalas like this, they rock. They're amazing. Oh, I wanted to check the yellowing on this one. See, I used those markers in here. I did, but you see how this is dated September the 18th? I wonder if it just hasn't yellowed yet. So I am going to put something behind this because there's nothing there. And I did use a brown. So, seems like it's got to sit for a period of time. What about this one? This one I did on September 26th. And I used those markers as well. No yellowing. So I'm going to put papers behind these pages here. So this one is my favorite one I've done out of here. The little pumpkin scarecrows. And once again, I used those Shuttle Art alcohol markers. I used some metallic gel pen. I used some glitter gel pen. I used a sparkle marker for all of the pumpkin eyes and noses. White Posca to add some stars. I put some fluorescent green glitter gel pen around the smoke clouds there to make them really spooky and pop out. And I made it like a nighttime sky so it looks like stars in the background. And I love it. Love this one. And I definitely did my own colors, I think, on this one. For the most part, some of it I stick to what they have. And then here's another one I did. Once again, let's check. Yep, see, no yellowing. September 26th. So it's got to sit for a while, I believe, for that yellowing to come in. So I'm going to put papers in behind these ones. So I used those alcohol markers. I used white Posca to put some stars in. I used that black sparkle marker for that ring in the middle. I used a metallic gel pen for the triangles and for the features there in the center. And I used glossy accents over all my little skulls. This book is a ridiculous amount of fun. I love it so much. So much. All right. Cute and Spooky Coloring Book by Jade Summer. This was a book that knocked it out of the park as well. The books that have been coming out in the last month from these publishers, to me at least, have been amazing. I'm trying to put myself on a limit and it's been so tough. It's been rough. So the first one I did here was this cute little guy. So he is the cover image, and I colored him somewhat. I definitely used the inspiration from the cover and how that was colored to get my little guy done. I used my alcohol markers, I used my metallic gel pens, and some glitter gel pens for the details. But I am very, very happy with him. I just love him. And then I did one other page. Oh, let's check. Yeah, nothing. And one other page here I did was this plant here. And I used my alcohol markers, glitter gel pens. I used a glitter marker for the black there. I put some glossy accents on her eye. And I just want to point out, I'm going to hold this up close. Do you see how that marbleized? So I put on a color blue for her eye, a lighter color, and it didn't work. So then I put a darker blue over top of it, and it looked good, but I decided on that fix right before I put glossy accents over, and it seemed to have marbleized the alcohol ink underneath, and I think it turned out amazing. Like, I couldn't have colored that better. Like, it actually looks like an eye. It was amazing. And I used my glitter gel pens. And I also put glossy accents on her teeth, because come on, her teeth have got to be shiny. And glossy accents over all of the skulls. It was a glossy accent heavy month for me. But I was really happy with how she turned out. This book has so many fun pages in it. But yeah, 2 pages done from Cute and Spooky Coloring Book by Jade Summer. And the last book is Love for Fabrics by Prachi Dewan Sachdiva. This is actually my first book from Prachi, and I just love the patterns in here, so I thought I would give it a try. So this is the first one I did, and I used Sharpies and Crayola Super Tips for this light color, and I love how it came out. Really nice pattern. And then I tried something a little different. For this one here, I used my Sharpies for the coloring. And then in the background, I used my Crayola crayons. And so it was really easy. It made the background go very, very quick. I'm just not sure I'm a fan of having the bright boldness of the marker and the crown in the background. But I'm really happy that I tried it, and I do think that it looks good, and I think it would have taken me forever to color this background and used up a lot of markers, so I think it is a great alternative. I'm just not sure it's for me. I might try soft pastels next time and see how that works with it. But yeah, so there's my page here. So those are all of the pages that I colored this month. There was a whole lot of them. I'm almost finished with the whip I showed you guys last month, so I'm going to have that in my October pages, and I've got a Hannah Lynn almost finished that I've been working really hard on. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun month, and I've got some really great books to work out of for this Halloween season. I want to thank all of my subscribers and all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining. I love sharing my pages with you guys and the books that I pick up. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I hope you all are having fun with your coloring, and I can't wait to talk to you guys all soon. Alrighty, bye-bye.